Do you want to start recording?
Yes, I do. Hello, Jackie.
Hi, Sarah.
How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm so good.
Okay.
And guess what today is?
What's today?
It's MAKElive Day. Buckle up.
Okay.
Because we've got a special treat for our audience here in the studio, and I hope you're joining live on YouTube. What's our channel?
YouTube.com/AskLFPL.
Okay. So today, Jackie, we have the amazing Mckenzie Rich. Mckenzie does art therapy.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. I don't know very much at all about art therapy.
Neither do I. So I'm really excited to learn what's involved in some art therapy.
So if you're here in the studio, please ask questions. We'll be asking lots of questions. And if you're joining us virtually, you can also type those questions in. You're going to see them, aren't you?
I'm going to see them, so feel free to ask, and then I will make sure that our lovely guest gets all those questions.
Okay, so should we meet our guest?
Yes!
Let's do it. Let me click over to the big camera. Mckenzie, hi!
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you all?
So good. Can you tell us, summarize, what is art therapy?
Sure. So
In 2 sentences.
my elevator pitch is I like to describe art therapy as using art materials to help people express themselves. So maybe getting what's going on in your head or in your body out on paper or in clay or whatever we happen to be using.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you went to school for this, right?
I did. I got my undergrad at WKU and then went to U of L to get my master's in art therapy and clinical counseling.
And you have an art therapy practice here?
I do. I just started my private practice this summer, so I've worked in several different settings before and just recently have started my own practice.
That's great.
Great.
So you do art therapy exercises. Is that what you'll be showing us today?
So yeah, sometimes we will use interventions is what we call them, but a lot of times when I'm in sessions, a lot of times I will let the clients choose what they want to do, but sometimes I will come in with a specific idea or a framework or a type of art that we're doing and then let whatever the client is dealing with or going through kind of get superimposed onto those art materials or whatever we happen to be doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what intervention practice are we going to be learning about today?
So I've got this, we're going to be making packing tape scrolls, and I actually got this idea from a friend who's also an art therapist, and some really simple materials, but I really enjoy collage because it uses, or the way I do it, it uses a lot of different mixed media, and maybe we can get to this later, but the materials that I'll use, it can help foster different things in the therapy setting. So I'll show you, this is the scroll when it's kind of rolled up, and let me see how I'm unrolling it in the camera. So this is an example of one that I've made previously. Thank you.
Is that a stick at the end that
It
does the scrolling?
It's a stick at the end that we're going to kind of scroll around, but you could use a lot of different things, anything that would just hold it at the end. You could hang it or you could roll it around this. I brought a few different sticks with me.
Yeah, let's talk about the materials you used to do this.
Okay, so first you need your tape, simple packing tape, and I have noticed, normally I don't think it matters what, you can just use whatever you have on hand, but one time I did buy an off-brand packing tape and it just shredded all over the place, so maybe test out your tape that you're using. But I've got this packing tape, and then I thought this one was fun. It's supposed to look like kind of a Christmas garland, so if you wanted some extra fun tape, you might be able to
We
use that.
do want extra fun.
Yeah.
Why not?
So maybe we could do that on the back of the one that we're doing today. But, okay, so tape. Scissors are always helpful. I don't know if I'll use them today, but we can use them. You need some way to tear the tape, whether it's one of these, machines or scissors. And I brought lots of different collaging materials. So normally I like to use magazines because they rip really well. But I also find a lot of old books at garage sales or schools a lot of times are giving them away, libraries sometimes. I hope this isn't offensive, but I tear up the books.
Repurposed.
Yes, I'm
Sometimes
recycling and reusing.
Books are often very damaged beyond repair, and
Yes.
it's okay to use it for other purposes.
Yeah. So I don't know if you want to look at some
We
of these.
do.
I don't even know what this is, but it's sort of already collaged inside of a magazine, and then I'm using it even further. Some nice fancy magazines that somebody gifted to me. I'm pretty sure I found these at like an outlet bookstore. Old Life magazines. Those have got some cool black and white and just older advertisements in them that can be fun. I've got this cool old, I think this is Charlie Harper illustrations. Yeah, Charles Harper illustrations. I just really like this.
Yeah.
And this is from Western Kentucky State College. I don't know how I got this, but it's got some fun stuff in it. So
Yeah, so anybody could use any kind of materials for this, but when you're looking, what are some of the things that are just like, yes, that will be perfect for this?
that's kind of why I chose these things because, I really like Charlie Harper as an illustrator, so that just stood out to me. I like old things. One time I found a whole stack of encyclopedias in the alley behind the house I was living in, so I took those to recycle. I like searching for different textures of the paper itself or the images that are in it. I like to find things that have different figures in them too, because sometimes I'll cut out a figure and put it on a different background. So this isn't this is close to what I'm talking about.
Zoom in there.
So sometimes I'll just use colors that I'm drawn to and create a background, and then maybe I'll cut out a figure that I'm putting on top of that to kind of create a new landscape or environment for it to be in.
When you said certain textures, is that like textures of paper that you're looking for? Or textures
Yeah.
of
I think
like,
the paper itself, so like this is kind of a thick older paper that it's I don't know how to describe it. It's gonna tear well, like when you're tearing newspaper versus tissue paper or thick glossy magazine paper. Maybe you're looking for something that's really light and will tear easily, or sometimes the thicker stuff actually you have a little more control over when you're ripping. Or I like to rip a lot versus cut, because from a therapist perspective, you're getting a little more of that sensory integration. But also sometimes I really like the when you get like the white border on the edge of an image.
Oh, yes.
So sometimes I'll really exaggerate that and make it thicker from the way that I'm tearing it. Or sometimes I don't want that at all, and I'll do a really, I don't know if you can tell on that, like a really clean edge. On the, getting used to the camera. On the bottom of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the bird, I think, was it cut out?
That one was actually torn.
You're such a good terror.
This really leans into my perfectionism, and you get really into the detail of tearing something tiny.
I can't tear that well.
I don't think of tearing as perfectionism. I think of like
Are you
cut
fighting
it.
your...
Maybe I'm, well,
We're
I don't
getting
know.
so deep.
I know, already.
therapy. We're just getting started.
Sometimes you're leaning into it because it's really satisfying and it's giving me the control that I need, or sometimes you're challenging it. So that's why I might have people tear versus providing them with scissors, because well, in some settings it can be safer, and then in other settings it's I want you to feel the materials and what they feel like in your body.
Tactile.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. Thank you. So what else we got over there?
I brought some yarn or string just to, if you want to tie up your scroll in a certain way. I think you could use a sticker. You could tape it. You could leave it loose, but I really like the texture. I'm a texture person.
Yeah.
I really like the texture of this yarn, and I like the color of it too. So I brought that. I get these scraps of fabric
Look at this cute jar.
from clothing that I buy. They send scraps with it, so I've just saved them all because there's so many. I could never use all of these, so I save them for art making. So you could use something like fabric. It doesn't have to just be paper. And then I love shiny things, so I got
You and
these
the crows.
super large sequins that are really fun.
That's
So
great.
I thought we might incorporate those today. And then I cut out some images just so I would have a few ready. But you don't have to do that. A lot of times I will just go through the magazines and rip out a pile of the things I'm interested in or things that stood out to me, and then go from there.
So this seems like such an approachable activity you could do at home with kind of anything that you have.
Yes, absolutely. As
That's
long as
great.
you have the tape, and even then you have to improvise a lot in therapy. So even then you could use something else. Maybe you do the same idea on a long piece of paper or
Oh, yeah. Okay.
a different kind of tape. It doesn't have to. If you didn't want the cover on it to where it's kind of sealed in there, you could just have some other kind of tape on the back and just do images along it.
Do we have any questions, or are we ready to dive in? Yeah?
Is there an age group that you direct this activity towards?
I think that, we learn a lot in school about adapting the interventions for all different sorts of populations, including different ages. So I think this could be used for a lot of different ages. Now, I've worked with all ages, but I really like working with younger kids. So I might do things a little bit differently. Like I might already have the tape ready, and I might hold the tape while they're putting things on it, versus someone that is older would work more independently. So, yeah, I think this would work really well though for teen or adult ages, just because you don't have to get into a really cognitive space, but it would lend itself really well to like storytelling or reflection.
And it doesn't look like it's super hard to do. So
Yeah,
you're like, I can do this. So it's an
Absolutely.
approachable art form.
Yes, yeah, I think it's pretty accessible for a lot of people. So
Well, Jackie, are you ready to see this?
I'm ready.
Okay, Mackenzie,
Let's do
show
this.
us how we make a tape scroll.
okay, so I'm gonna get my tape ready first. And I just leave it attached so that I can keep going, but you could cut it if you wanted or had a specific length that you were working with. And first you're going to just select your stick that you want to use.
Did you go out and pick these from trees?
I actually did it. We cut down a couple trees in our yard this week, so I have an abundance of sticks.
So many tape scrolls.
Yes.
Very different types of sticks, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a peach tree that was dying and a plum tree that is evil. It has thorns all over it, so they had to go. And I kind of liked the thinner one like I used on here because the tape went around it pretty easily, but you could get a thicker one. You could use a straw, a chopstick, anything you might have laying around the house. But today I think I'm going to use this one because I like the...
Here, let me zoom in on that. What's this guy?
I think this is maybe one of the grapevines. The yard of the house I moved into had a lot of different fruit things going on.
Yes.
So this invaded the peach tree, and it dries really in a cool way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the end of my scroll,
Okay.
and basically you're just going to lay it on there, and I've got this little tail on the end. Fold it over so that is secure. like that.
Perfect.
Okay, so that's the end, and then you can kind of work from there. So, let's see.
I could see where my tape would just get attached to my arm.
Well, I literally just did that. So yes, it absolutely can. And that's
Leaving
okay.
Behind a little bit of something extra in your
trace.
scroll, yeah.
Yeah,
It's your signature.
absolutely.
Sweater fuzz.
And that could leave a cool texture on there.
Yes, it could.
And art therapy is a lot more about the process of art making, not about the product that you're making. So our goal isn't to create something beautiful that needs to hang up and everyone else is going to see. Maybe they do, but it's much more about the process.
Is that a really hard mental space to stay in for you?
Yes, it is.
I think it would be for me as well.
Yeah. And I think that's where the ripping and the tearing and the using your hands and getting into some of those different levels can help with keeping you present in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So some of that mindfulness, not thinking about what's happening in the future or what's happening in the past, but what are we doing right now? And sometimes difficult materials can really bring you into the present. They can be frustrating or just require a lot of your attention.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really have a plan for what today's
You're being
was gonna
present.
be. I am.
Do you ever use like other natural materials in there, like leaves or like
Yeah,
besides the stick?
I didn't think of getting leaves today, but this would be a perfect time to go and gather some beautiful leaves. It was just
Flowers?
yes, flower
Trust flowers,
petals.
love that.
I have some of my images. I really like natural things, so I'm drawn a lot of times to like botanical images. And I tried to, like the scroll that I brought in that I'd already made was, the prompt given to me was your journey as an art therapist. So that was kind of the idea I had for this one. But I was thinking, with the new year coming, maybe you could do something reflecting on the past year or your hopes for the new year. Maybe tapping into a certain identity that you identify with, so yourself as a therapist or yourself as a parent or a student.
Yeah.
So you can like vision board this as well for the people who like to do
Yes.
that.
Yes, this could be like an adaptation for vision board. So
Well, I like how you're laying out. It's kind of like you're setting your palette here
yes,
of
definitely.
potential.
Yeah, I kind of do. I like to look for, since I don't have I'm not going for a specific like identity that I'm exploring today. I thought I would just look at the visuals and what stands out to me. So that's also why I like to have a lot of different options. Yeah, because if you pick all from one source, which is fine, a lot of times the lighting or the color palette is all going to be the same, which sometimes that's fun. Sometimes I'll just do like an all black and white thing. But today I was getting a lot of like circles. I liked the round shape. Yeah, so I don't know where I'm going to go today. So, like, I don't know why I picked this, but, like, with this, I like the rough edges, and you can see on the one that I already made that everything's coming off of the tape. It's not neat and perfect, but it's, like, off the edge of where the tape edge would be. You don't have to do that. You could make it perfectly lined up and have a nice, clean edge. But with this image, I sort of like that this box shape is sort of a clean edge, so I'm going to cut this one instead of tearing it. I know.
You rebel.
And you can cut with scissors, or some people like to use X-Acto knives.
I love an X-Acto
Do
knife.
you?
I do.
I didn't
hate
know that about you,
scissors.
Jackie.
I think it's because I'm left-handed.
Me too.
That everything feels terrible when I'm cutting
It
it. And an
does.
X-Acto knife is so much more comfortable.
Yeah.
Even these scissors are like broken.
They feel wrong, every pair of scissors I
Every
use.
time?
Yeah. Even if I use lefty scissors, I think because I was raised being stuck with the right-handed ones, my hands are still like, this is terrible. And
Yeah.
I'm miserable. An X-Acto knife, a dream.
It's a dream.
It's a dream.
Have you seen the ones with like, and you can, it's like a point.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what that is, Mackenzie?
What is it?
It's like an X-Acto, but you can like, it scribbles like a pen and you can cut.
No, but I like the idea of that.
I mean, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Somebody out there might know. Do you all know? Somebody help me. Somebody put it in the comments. I can Google it.
One, yeah. I mean, it sounds like fun. I feel like I could do a
It
lot
might
of
be for you.
crafting damage with that.
Yes.
Is that like the fabric? I'm always intrigued by the fabric cutters that just roll and they cut.
We have those
fabric.
here. You can try them at the Makerspace
Okay.
here at this library.
I would love to do that.
I have used those before, and have I cut through things? Maybe.
Fingers, nose?
No, just maybe not like ideal stuff that was like beneath it, and then I went, oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the print shop, I use a box cutter to cut a lot of posters
Nice.
and paper.
Do you end up accidentally cutting things that you're not supposed to cut, or are you super like on point with what you're meant to cut?
Ruler and a
Yeah.
box cutter.
I know. Well, look at you.
It's this guy. I don't know what you call that. It's like a X-Acto pen,
Craft
360
cutting tool.
rotating, cutting stainless steel.
It looks,
Stainless steel? Oh, it doesn't. It's made out of stainless steel.
Correct.
Okay.
it's pretty intense looking.
But it could give you lots of fluid movement for
Okay.
cutting, which maybe you'd enjoy.
Maybe. I don't know. I do like aggressive crafts.
I do too.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes
More
you need somewhere to
tearing.
get out
Yeah.
that energy.
More tearing.
Yeah. I like to
Lots
use
of
clay a
aggressive
lot
cutting.
for that. Get some aggression out.
Yeah.
Now you've cut a lot of things. I'm gonna while I was scrolling for cutting tools, I'm gonna zoom in on what you've done here.
Okay.
So you haven't added anything to the tape.
No, you could do that if you're more of a free spirit than me. You could do that. Just like put them on as you go, and that might be a good exercise in letting go. But I kind of like to lay my stuff out, even when I'm collaging on my own. I'll lay it all out and layer it and move it and like get it the way that I
fun.
want it and then put it on. So you can do it however you want. Can't
So
decide
is
if I want
there
all this.
a reason do you prefer this over like standard collaging, or is it just like this is just slightly different? Or-
I think it's slightly different. It kind of gives a structure for an activity that we're doing. Sometimes collage can be, I think, intimidating for some people because it's like, well, how much space am I going to use? Where am I going to put this? What's the purpose of it? And so this kind of has a, it's going to be linear. It's going to roll up at the end. We read left to right in the United States. So, it's going to, well, I guess it wouldn't have to go left to right, but mine is going left to right. You could do it however you want it, or you could do it top to bottom, which would be another cool way to approach it.
I would say I think you're 100% right when people are intimidated by collage, because I remember doing like a collage night with friends,
That sounds
and I had
wonderful.
it was a great time. But what I remember is I finished like 2 or 3 projects, and then I had some of my friends that were like, I got 2 pieces connected together,
Yeah.
and that was the amount of decision I was able to make. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
especially with
that's
other
fair.
people there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people are just like very much planners, and then some people are like, let's just glue some stuff on a page and see what happens. And I
Or-
think I was like right in the middle.
You're a middle.
Yeah. I was like, I might like this, I might hate this, let's find out.
Yeah.
Only one way to
In a
know.
group setting?
I could, yeah. When I did the first one, I did it in a group setting with other people, and then you're talking and stuff. But could also use this just one-on-one with somebody or on your own. I often get distracted when I'm with other people, so I can't make those decisions sometimes. I'm trying today, but with other people.
We're distracting you a lot.
This happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think, honestly, this would be a really fun, like you kind of said, like with the new year coming and like thinking about that, like if you want to get together with like a group of your buddies to kind of do a little craft together where you're like, what do I see my next year looking like? What do I,
Yeah, or Friendsgiving or something.
I don't know. I do like crafting in a group sometimes, and sometimes I
love
like
it.
crafting alone.
Yeah.
But there is something about doing something with other people that makes it a little bit more enjoyable.
Yeah.
As long as you enjoy
Both
your
are
company.
good.
Otherwise, oof. Good luck.
Otherwise, maybe then you're really focused on your art.
You're not
If
gonna
you're
bring
You'll
out your
end up
good
with
collage.
a beautiful art piece. Because you were like, I absolutely want to avoid this conversation.
Yeah. Sometimes the holidays can be hard,
Yeah.
So you can have an
Put it in
activity.
the tape.
This is what you do when you're like with your family members who drive you up a wall.
Sure.
You'll just be like, how about we all sit quietly and do a craft?
Let's craft. Yes.
Yep.
Can be a great connector,
Yeah.
for sure. I don't know if I want to use this. And you can layer tape too. Like if I were to stick this whole piece on, this isn't going to stick on top of it. So you can do whatever you want.
You're like, is this a cut or a rip?
I don't know. And I don't know what direction I want it to go. But I like this color, so.
Yes. Tell us what your brain is thinking. I'm gonna zoom.
It's a great question.
Are you looking at? So you're looking at colors and shapes.
Yeah, I think today I'm just looking at colors, shapes, patterns, texture, and what the texture looks like to me.
You're kind of surveying your paper palette.
Yeah, I like the black and white contrasted with some of the different colors.
But there's no wrong thing here.
No, there's not. Absolutely not. I also really liked this. I somehow want to put
I
that
do
in there.
too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She looks magical.
It's like stars in the sky or something. Yeah.
Like they look cool. I don't know who that person is, but
Hey,
I
Lots of-
respect a cool cape.
Lose their head.
right? It's a wizard.
It's a wizard.
Maybe some
Ooh,
gold somewhere.
is something sparkly.
Yeah. And I kind of like to some of these were separate, but I kind of like to overlap stuff too. You can have them completely separate and have some space in between, or you can.
Do you ever find you have repeating shapes or images in your artwork?
Yes, definitely. I don't know I could tell you what they are, but I will look back. A lot of times I just make something and then I'll go back and reflect on it if it's for a, therapeutic purpose or a reflective purpose. But absolutely. We talk about in school that, I don't know how to say it. You can't help yourself being expressed in whatever you're making. You can try to make it look a certain way, but there's going to be some flavor of you in there. So I find it helpful to kind of let my brain go and then come back to it and reflect. Some people like to do the opposite.
I think I'm the opposite.
Tell me more.
I'm a power through a craft kind of person. Like I'm just like, we got started, it needs to go now.
And are you reflecting as you go?
Maybe. I think I reflect at the end of it.
Oh,
Well, that's what I do.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I thought you were saying like
Not that there's a right way to do it.
you like to kind of slowly and look back and reflect on each like kind of aspect of it.
Nah, I'm like,
Okay.
just do it and
So
then.
Gotcha.
you have a separate, like, a design process and then a reflection post for you.
Yes. Sometimes. it depends.
Nothing is always the same.
What we heard the most in grad school and in therapy. It depends. Yeah.
I'm gonna zoom in.
If you were doing this activity in a therapy setting, what would the goal be? Like to either to look at what your year's been, or like what you've just gone through, or did you assign?
I think it depends. which I know is a really frustrating answer. But yeah, maybe I'm coming in with a specific, like, a lot of times when we do come to the end of a year with clients, we might reflect on what has this year been like, or maybe there's a specific issue that's come up, and so maybe I'll say, hey, what if we could go through and find images that really reflect what your anxiety feels like? What would that look like? And so we're focusing on that. Or like we were talking about, I'll just have them, hey, I want you to fill up this page with color, or fill up this mandala with color, or let's fill up this strip of tape with images, and then let's go back and see, what do you notice? And then, you know, if I've been working with someone, I'll probably have some idea of what they've been going through. And so I'm not going to ever tell anyone what it means. The meaning comes from the person who's making it. But I might have questions that would help, you know, I wonder how that maybe reflects to what's been going on recently. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think it's really adaptable to a lot of different situations.
So then sometimes your questions help unblock maybe things someone hasn't noticed?
Yeah.
Or patterns that might present themselves?
Could be, yeah. And a lot of times I'll go really, you know, down into like, okay, what do we notice about this? We notice that there's, what colors are you using? What textures do you notice? What, if that color was a feeling, what feeling might it be? Or, I don't know, what do horses make you think of? Mm-hmm. And it's not that there's one right answer, but whatever the person says might be helpful.
I don't know if a lot of people are asking those questions after they make a piece of art.
Yeah. It's
art therapy.
It's art therapy.
It is art therapy. Yeah. We're learning a lot about art therapy today.
Yeah. I'm feeling stuck right now.
Ooh, can we help? What do you notice?
Sometimes,
I'm noticing a gap.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I pick something and I'm like, I really like that and I want to include it, but it's just not working for.
Do
May
you
not
ever
be
write
right for
words or prayers or quotes on top of your?
Yeah. Sometimes I brought just some words and paper today. You could use Sharpies or something that would go on here. Mm-hmm. So I kind of want to. Do you want to ask me about the? I feel like we've talked about the expressive therapies continuum. Yes. Before.
I have no idea what that means, and I'm so excited to find out.
So and I'm coming back to the words, but the ETC is kind of like a.
That's short for
expressive therapies continuum.
I'm here.
So it's kind of like a chart that we will use for the materials that we're using in art therapy. And now I'm gonna not get all the words. But at the bottom of the chart is kinesthetic, so movement, so like tearing, ripping, and sensory, so like, you know, feeling this one feels rough, this one feels smooth, this one's kind of like thick. And then the next level up is perceptual, so like seeing what I'm actually seeing. So I see horses, I see these shapes, yeah. And then on the same level, but the other side of that is affective, so like emotion. What emotion do I tie to certain colors, or the vibe or the mood of what I'm creating, you know, what affect is there. And then the top level is cognitive symbolic, so something that is more cognitive, maybe writing or using words, is kind of using that thinking part of the brain. And symbolic, maybe, you know, maybe the moon or the stars or the flower represents something for me, or maybe I see a theme in my artwork, like, you know, this bird that was flying in the other one, maybe that represents something for me. So depending on, and then creativity kind of bisects all of those. Depending on where I'm trying to lead a client or where they are, we might be hitting at different levels of this. So maybe someone's really in their head and they're thinking I don't want to say too much, but a lot. Maybe they're just really focused on talking about something or really overthinking something, and I want to move them into their body a little more, or their emotions. Maybe they're not comfortable with their emotions. So I might use something that incorporates more color or involves using their body to rip or tear or smush clay. And that might help us tap into the emotions a little more. That also depends on the materials that I'm using. So like these are pretty structured and not very fluid. And if someone is really having a hard time tapping into their emotions, I might use oil pastels or paint or something that's a little more fluid. Yeah. So the words, a lot of times I'll start in my own process with color, texture, feeling, and then I'll work up to, maybe I'll layer words on top. Write words or paint or cut out and include some words. Yeah.
That's fascinating.
It is fascinating.
I've learned so much. Is that like a triangle or like the food pyramid?
It's
or?
like like 3 lines and then 1 in the middle.
Oh.
So like 2, there's perceptual, or what did I say? Kinesthetic, sensory, perceptual, affective.
Is this like left brain, right brain?
Not necessarily.
Okay. What's the line in the middle?
The creativity, it just like creativity goes up and down through all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nifty.
And a lot of times, kids are really wonderfully open with their expression sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll just put stuff down and they're not really filtering themselves.
Wait. Pause. You're putting something on tape.
I did.
Wow.
I put the horses on.
Now, are you putting things on tape before you solved that riddle of the middle?
I did, yeah.
Wow.
It's bold.
Yes, it was.
Thanks.
I noticed that.
Thank you. Good job noticing. Yeah, and I find that, research shows us that around age 12, a lot of times kids stop getting supported in expressing themselves and creating art. It's not as important or emphasized in school, and so sometimes that part drifts away.
It's less used.
Yeah, and a lot of times adults can be afraid of art making or intimidated by it, or really in their cognitive part of their brains, because developmentally that's where we're supposed to be. But sometimes it can be helpful to try different areas of our brains.
Sounds like their local library makerspaces would really be.
Wow.
Yes.
What a great and definitely subtle plug.
Libraries do good things.
We do.
I
There's
love
so many
libraries.
classes and chances to just kind of freely explore things.
What are you thinking right now, Mckenzie?
I want to put this on here, but I feel like it's too big, but I don't want to cut it, so maybe I'll put something over it later.
Okay.
Like it's too much space there. There's like this big block and this big block.
The
and
middle part.
the middle is hard.
It
is.
also is space. Because it's like a story
Whoa,
thing.
you're right.
Yeah.
That was so art therapy of you.
It sure was. You're having a hard time filling the space of space.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is deep.
layered.
Layered.
I like where you all are taking it.
Oh.
Oh, I could just move it. All right, we're just gonna put it on.
She's
also,
doing it.
I hate it, but I'm doing it.
That's good growth.
Thank you.
You're challenging yourself.
It's
in
not
different
about the
ways,
product.
Thank you. Tell me more.
We're really here for affirmation.
Yes.
That's really our vibe.
Well, and I was gonna say, with a lot of times when I'm collaging, like I like to do it in a journal. I'll go back and rip things off later. So I'll
Oh.
which can.
Why do you do that?
Because it's fun, or I'll change my mind. Which you're allowed to change your mind.
You are.
So sometimes I'll glue things in a journal, but then it'll be brittle later, so it'll stay, but I could also take it off. So I might change my mind, or I didn't like that, or it makes me feel angry, and so I rip it. And sometimes it leaves a residue or changes the image in some other way that you can then use.
Things don't have to stay the same.
They don't. Where did I put mine? I'm going to use my fun tape. You're not going to see it, but I'll put it on the back later so you can see it.
Okay.
I just need to,
Should I zoom in for this?
I don't know. I'm just going to tape this piece on.
I do want to see that
Okay.
really close.
Oh, no. And this one's splitting.
It's okay. It's part of the process.
A lot of times when I'm working, I will have my clients, as they're working, I might help them reflect and be like, hey, what are you noticing in your own body right now? What
Oh.
are you experiencing? If I see them getting frustrated, I might acknowledge that they're frustrated, and not tell them not to be frustrated.
But what do you do with that?
Yeah. So I could just, shove everything off the table right now because I'm frustrated with this tape. But I'm not going to.
I feel like how I always end up in like a very focused gremlin mode of like doing
yes.
crafts.
Yes.
Like I'm just like as close up to it as possible, and maybe slightly aggressive.
Yes.
Yeah. Collage lends itself very much to like
Yeah.
getting
gremlin mode.
into
I need
the
to be
process.
hunched over looking at things from like an inch away. Exactly. Exactly. Those are my favorite types of crafts, in all honesty, and I don't know what that
Gremlin
says
crafts.
about me. Yeah.
This is going horribly.
It's okay. It's only live. Does that bring you comfort?
Cut it.
Do you want assistance?
I got it.
I like
you,
that I
though.
offered it at the end.
It's the perfect time to come in.
Now I'm going to zoom in.
Nice.
Thank you.
Very smooth transition.
I feel like the gremlin is really speaking to me. Like,
Yeah.
if you're collaging, sometimes it gets really big. It's all over the floor and the couch, and
Yes.
you're like squatting in the dark, trying to.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Those are my favorite types of gremlins.
Yeah.
Do you have a headlamp for this?
No.
I feel like you need
But
to
I
be
do.
crafting with your headlamp.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. It's also how I edit things. So I don't know if I just like to be 2 inches away from whatever I'm looking at.
Yeah, that also makes me think with art, what is so great about it versus just talking is sometimes you get into a flow state. So your thinking brain kind of turns off and you're just doing, sometimes you do that when you're driving home from work or when you're doing the dishes or something.
Can you talk more about the benefits of being in the flow state?
Yes, that's what, so doing that, your body and your brain are able to relax. So you're totally focused on the present moment. You're being very mindful. And I don't know, am I allowed to ask questions?
Are you allowed?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone have an activity that they really like doing, or they notice their brain just kind of turns off, or they just get, yeah?
Drawing and sketching,
Yeah. What do you notice when you're drawing or sketching?
concentrated on it, time flies, and
Yeah.
you look around, there's hours pass.
It's dark out. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. Yeah. Pottery.
You're busy with your hand. You're like concentrating on the textures and what you're working on.
There's so much for your brain to do. Are you on the wheel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, gotta keep like the spinning and the like all of it's all. So you just have to focus on whatever it is you're doing.
Otherwise, it'll fly off the wheel. Yeah. Absolutely. And that, I like that you mentioned that because it's using a lot of that sensory aspect, like you're feeling the clay and you're having to keep it centered. And, yeah, that's cool.
Do you have a wheel at your practice?
No, I don't have enough space for that, but that would be cool. That's in my dream
Your dream space scenario?
space. Yeah, one day. Yeah. Was there anything that you really like to do?
Oh, painting
Painting?
or cooking.
Yeah. I love cooking, chopping things. I really get into it. I'll turn on my audiobook and just go. Yeah.
I do find a lot of like easy, repetitive movements help me get into a flow state better.
Yeah.
I'm a needle felter, and so it's a lot of repetitive stabbing.
I did
Yes.
not know that about you.
I love that.
That is my craft of choice or of preference. So it's a lot of like you get all the texture from all the wool and things, and it's
Yeah.
all fluffy, but then you just can like
You're
just
stabbing
stab
it.
over and over and over again until it's in the right shape.
I love
And
that.
you can really lose yourself in that. I have definitely gone from like it is daylight, oh it is nighttime.
That's great.
That's That's awesome.
And it's good for you.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You know, it can be helpful to get some of that aggression out in a productive way. You know, I'm not saying you have a lot of aggression, but
There is definitely, when I've taught it before, I realize I say the word stabbing a lot too, which is part of it. Like, so you're just going to stab this a bunch.
yeah.
I noticed that you're using the word stab a lot.
Yeah, but what's the other word? You're going to poke it
Well,
into
and
place? I don't know. It's stabbing.
for kids, sometimes they don't have a lot of appropriate outlets, or they don't learn appropriate outlets for aggression or anger even. You know, it's okay to feel angry. And it is okay to punch clay or stab your needle felting, you know. It's not so much okay to punch your classmate.
No.
So
It's frowned upon.
it's frowned upon.
I definitely prefer making little creatures with wool than punching people, as a general
Yeah.
rule. You
That's
know?
great.
Yeah.
Okay, see, I just cut that out and I don't like it, so it's going away.
And you're free to do that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Can you give me a general, like, where are we timeline-wise for... far I
We
should
have
go?
about 15 more minutes.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Are you like, well, how much can I expand the...
Right,
We have
it's
a
like,
whole
do
roll
I
of tape.
take out this far, or...
A whole roll of tape and so many possibilities.
Absolutely.
It's getting longer.
Well, some of
I
it.
wonder how you knew where the middle was.
Yeah. That's a
That
good
middle has
point.
changed.
You don't know. Well, and I want to, so with mine, I'm going to fold it back over
Oh
to
gosh,
like
that
cover
looks
it
really hard to do.
and sandwich it, which you don't have to do. You could cut it and you could leave it like this, or you could cut a new piece of tape and put it on top, or like,
I googled
this on the
this
back.
after you sent it to me, and
Yeah.
I noticed that some people sew on top of it.
ooh, I like that idea. I really like thread and fiber things, so that would be cool.
How do you sew on top
You just
of
put it right through the machine.
And that's safe for the
cool.
machine?
I mean, maybe clean your needle.
Okay. I don't know enough about
Because
sewing.
you can also do
to-
this with fabric and
Okay.
paper. Like if it, yeah, that's what they did.
Oh,
I'll send you the link.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I've got an artist friend that paints and then she, or draws, paints and draws, and then she weaves, or not weaves, sews thread onto the images, which I think is cool.
Yeah, you haven't used anything from the fabric jar.
You're so right. Thank you for the reminder.
I can't wait.
There is a whole jar of fabric.
You gotta use some of it.
It's screaming
Just at
loud.
least
Well,
like one or two pieces.
Sometimes I'll have materials and then I just won't use
Yeah.
them, you know?
Well, you didn't put them on your palette, I noticed.
Yeah, I should have earlier, and then could have incorporated. Let's see what's going on. They all have like the name of the fabric on the back. I don't know if any of them are going to be the right
You don't have to use
color.
them.
I mean, I think you kind of pressured me.
A little bit. This is a group activity now.
I like that. It would be really interesting to do this with other people and see if you were working on the same, like, conflict resolution or
You're right.
communication, you know? Could you do it
Group
with your
crafting
siblings?
at a different level.
Maybe don't work on this with other people over Thanksgiving.
Maybe not if it's conflict. Conflict resolution.
But in a safe therapeutic space. You know?
Yeah.
You could try
That's
that.
fair.
Okay, I'm gonna see what this does if I cut it and then kind of fray it.
Could you do different sections with people? What is that like
Oh.
craft called? Do you know how people like all work on different sections of the same art project?
That would be
Yes.
cool to do. You each get a section or a length, and then you put them together and create
like
like a
a
big
group
long
scroll?
scroll.
Yeah.
This is a good
You could
idea.
you could have a pen pal one and send it.
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh, then you could have stamps.
I did a little bit of that during the pandemic, sending art.
Stamps is my art of choice.
Stamps.
I like how your art of choice is just you collect stamps. I think it's
I'm a
great.
collector.
Mine.
I also collect stamps, and I get real excited when I get the booklet of like new stamps each year, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
And like Christmas cards, I'm like, Nick, we gotta pick out the perfect stamps. And he's
Yep.
like, I don't care about the stamps.
I very much do. Do you follow the duck stamp?
I do.
Yeah.
What's the duck stamp?
Mckenzie, it's amazing. They choose well, I know very little because I just do it on TikTok, but they
Said
choose a duck stamp every year. It's a
Okay.
wild contest with
And, like,
a lot of
artists,
rules.
like, submit their duck paintings, like, and usually it's the same, like, one of three brothers that wins it.
You're right. Yeah. Yes.
They're really into ducks. Is it the Duck Family from Duck Dynasty?
I forget their names.
Different ducks.
Okay.
For Nick, for a duck hunter, you have to have
Yeah.
the stamp to be able to go.
Oh, that kind of stamp. That's cool.
For like fishing license.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Love that.
But
So
it's a
you-
cool stamp.
It's a cool stamp.
Yeah.
I think the stamp goes to like conservation
It does.
purposes.
It's stamps
in
for
some way.
good.
Yeah, stamps for good.
Okay, and you frayed it,
Lovely.
Yeah,
which
'cause
makes
I
it a
liked
little more
the
textury.
texture of it.
That's great.
Do
Great
you
close
have the
up.
supplies
Thank
to make a
you.
tiny picnic table?
Oh, that would be, I mean, that's adorable.
Just
right?
a tiny plate on top.
I do have a dollhouse at work.
Oh, that's
Hmm.
I love how much thought you put into this.
Embarrassing.
It's not. It's really interesting, Mckenzie.
You have put stuff on tape. I am telling you, when I have collaged with other people, it is like 2 hours of just deciding what they like and
Yeah.
then deciding I'm gonna connect these two pieces and we'll work on it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
Some people
art
spend a lot
form.
of time thinking about
Thanks.
stuff.
They do. That's why, honestly, I don't use words a lot because I get too much in my head. So I try to not use words and then maybe later.
I like collage.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
See, I think this is too much of the same thing in one spot.
Ooh, do you need a little pop of color?
Yeah. Well, I want to use this O. I don't know why.
Oh. I had to.
Well, I know. I felt it.
I feel like I need to. I want to wrap it up so that I can put it all together and show you what the other
It can be a mini scroll. When
part
we
is
did
gonna look like.
Was it
Kintsugi?
Kintsugi? We didn't quite
Yes.
finish that day. It happens. Something,
Yep.
you know. When you're on the timeline of making things in front of a
Live.
live audience.
Yeah. I can't take 5 hours.
Yeah.
But you could at home.
You could at home. Take all the time you want.
Yeah.
You could be someone who goes back and forth and looks at a thing over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
I may not be that type of person, but lots of people are.
Okay, I'm gonna fold it back over.
What are you doing?
Getting crazy.
She's closing it up. We're gonna end up with a scroll.
Now, I said I like to leave the edges raw.
Yes.
But yeah, I wanted to be able to feel the fabric a little bit. So
I'm feeling so tense right now.
I know.
It's
I don't
not
think
going to
I
be
breathe.
perfect. I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
That's okay.
Breathe through it, Jackie.
Actually, I might do a little extra and wrap it over the stick again.
Oh.
So it's probably not a good idea to rip it back up, but I could. Okay, so it's not perfect. I don't know if you can see it, the edge.
It looks great.
But I'm just gonna wrap it around. You don't have to do that, but I want to.
That's a really cool stick.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah, so this is the,
I'm gonna go big.
Oh, okay.
no, I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna zoom in for you.
Whichever you prefer.
let's see. So starting there. It's kind of going with natural shapes, you know. The stick inspired
I
me.
do feel like it tells a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, what story do you think it tells? This could also be like,
Mm-hmm.
you know when they've
It's
got those
very
stacks of
loose
cards where you just
Yeah.
pick random ones and then you make a story out of it? So I've got this little mini scroll. I feel like it's pretty balanced. But then I also like to look on the back. Sometimes there's fun things that get,
That things that just happened.
Yeah. Sometimes you'll see images from magazines where it was on the reverse page or just the colors that got combined.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of fun. I also think that's another way to get out of your head, like almost like looking at clouds and creating shapes, you know,
Yeah.
or finding shapes in them. And I did say I was going to put this on.
Fun tape.
Yeah, the fun tape. I don't know if I still want to do that though.
It looks cool.
Thanks. Yeah, we're gonna skip the fun tapes today, but I feel like the tape deserves a close up.
A moment.
Yeah.
Tape moment.
Yeah.
I wish I had a sound effect for a tape moment.
Like, ah.
That's your thinking.
That was me thinking of a tape moment. I was like, how do you do like a rip sound effect of like the tape? Yeah.
Oh,
I could
that-
just
that
keep
was
like
the-
ripping this out.
We were different. I was thinking like, ba-ding.
Oh, that's fun. It could be ba-ding, rip.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know?
This could also,
Tape moment.
you can go back and you could cut, like, see how the edges are not straight? You could go and cut parts of this out to make it even more kind of jagged, you know?
Yeah.
Or if you really like it, you want it to be really linear, you could go and trim the paper that's hanging over.
Oh, yes.
Whatever you want to do.
So many possibilities.
So then how do we scroll it?
So scrolling, you just roll it up and get some fastener of some sort. So you could either roll it around the stick. My stick is a little bit in the way today, but you could take the stick and, you know, roll it around that, but I'm going to go the opposite way from the bottom. And sometimes, you know, when I make art or clients make art, I make art with clients. It's something that they don't want to take with them. I always give them the option of taking it with them or leaving it with me, and I'll keep it safe, or destroying it if they want to destroy it. But I think this scroll could be a nice, if we're talking about the symbolic level, if it's something that you want to keep more tucked away or safe, or now this sequin's going to be interesting to roll. Or just something that you want to bring out only at certain times. Maybe it's a memory, or we're reflecting on a person. Got some stickiness.
Some sweater.
Yeah, and this also makes it more travel friendly. And
Do you need a second hand?
I'm not sure
No,
yet.
You've got it. You're so talented.
And
could have never done that.
You can do this however you want to. You can wrap it a few times. You can pull it tight or leave it loose. I'm gonna do mine in a bow so that I can get it undone. But maybe it's something that you're like, nope, I want to tie that up, and we're not
Put a
looking at
bow
it
on it.
again. You can knot it. So, yeah.
Tape scroll.
little
I do love
scroll.
that grapevine.
Thank you. Yeah, and you know, this could be a good gift, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Little gift that you give someone you're thinking about them.
Yeah.
Well, do we have any last questions in the audience? We really appreciate learning so much from you today, Mckenzie.
Sure. Thanks for having me. This was fun.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you.
Back to us.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you so much for joining us today. And next month we'll be here, Jackie.
We sure will be with Allison Lutes.
So please be sure to come by and tune in.
Yeah.
What's the
Alright.
date for next month?
Yep. It is December 17th. I love leaving details.
I also love details.
Thanks, guys, so
Bye.
much. Thank you, Mckenzie. Have
Bye,
a great day.
Thank you.